What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. And with the Royal Rumble pay-per-view coming up in just a few days, I think it is time for my predictions video to come out. I wanted to spice things up for this show though, and so I'm going to be making my bold predictions as per usual, but I'm actually going to try my hardest and choose the wrestlers who I believe will actually win their matches. If I am right about every winner, if every single person I said wins, I will be giving away $200 to 5 subscribers for a total of $1,000. You just gotta enter this by dropping a like, subscribing if you aren't already subscribed, and leaving a comment. Other than that, just sit down and enjoy the video. We're going to start this off with the easiest one to honestly predict, and it's going to be Roman Reigns taking on Kevin Owens for the 4th time, maybe 5th, I don't know. It's probably going to be his last match for the Universal Championship against Roman Reigns. At one point, Adam Pearce was supposed to face Roman Reigns for the title, but that was quickly changed. Kevin Owens is looking for revenge after losing all of their previous matches, and this match will be no different. Roman Reigns is going to retain the Universal Championship because he's definitely going to main event the second night of WrestleMania. WWE is making it too easy right now for me, and this $1,000 challenge giveaway is going to be scary. In fact, I'm just going to always predict that Roman Reigns is going to defeat everyone in his path for the next year. There's literally nobody that could realistically defeat him. As I said in my video yesterday, I don't think anyone is going to take that belt off of him for any time soon. Roman Reigns is currently the GOAT of pro wrestling and will probably be the champion forever until the day he retires. Honestly, I wouldn't even be too mad about that. Imagine having a title reign that lasts over 5, 6, 7,000 days. That would be pretty cool to see and it would be hilarious. The next prediction is going to be the WWE title match between Goldberg and Drew McIntyre. If you remember, Goldberg made his emphatic return and confronted the babyface champion. I still think that storyline made absolutely no sense. Why Goldberg came out and said that Drew McIntyre lacked respect is still the funniest thing to me. That is a big L for the writing team, for whoever produced that promo, whether it was Vince, the writing team, Kevin Dunn, Bruce Pritchard, I don't know who it was, but you guys just gotta hold this L. Regardless though, this should be a pretty quick match, and I could honestly see it go either way. Goldberg could very well take the WWE title and then main event the first night of WrestleMania because he's Goldberg and he can do whatever he wants. If not that, it's also possible that Drew McIntyre retains the title. I'm going to go ahead and pick Drew McIntyre retaining the championship just because WWE literally spent the entire last year building him up. The Scottish champion beat Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, Bobby Lashley, Keith Lee, AJ Styles, and Randy Orton. That is an impressive lineup of men to beat. And for Goldberg to just come in and completely ruin all that would be the worst possible thing to happen. Well, now thinking about it like that same scenario did happen in the past with Kevin Owens and The Fiend. Even though the aforementioned outcomes were terrible decisions, I'm going to go ahead and have hope that WWE doesn't kill the momentum from their second biggest superstar in the company. I just believe it would be remarkably foolish and uncanny to not have Drew McIntyre win this match and the main event one of the WrestleMania nights. For that reason, I'm sticking to my guts. Drew McIntyre will win this match. Charlotte Flair and Asuka will be defending their tag team championship titles against Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. This tag team match should be enough proof to show you why WWE needs to get rid of those belts. The fact that there are 2 random teams competing for these titles makes no sense. WWE does not need the belts. If anything, if you really want them so badly, they should definitely either retire them or send them to NXT. I have a feeling that Triple H would do the titles right and make them feel prestigious. The brand even has a surplus of talent that could benefit by having those belts. Anyways, as for the winner of this match, I think Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are going to win the championship titles back. Charlotte and Asuka are barely even a real team. At this point, Asuka's got some beef with Alexa Bliss, who's been acting like the Fiend, and Charlotte's got to worry about her dad, Lacey Evans. It's been a lot of complicated things going on, and the tag team titles just don't need to stay on them. That entire angle is just weird with Ric Flair and Charlotte, but it is what it is. I don't get it. But that's just another reason why people don't watch Raw, why I don't watch Raw, why the ratings are dropping. With all that being said, the titles will be moving over to the former UFC fighter and the woman that botches everything. I know what you're saying. There's no IC title match right now announced for the Royal Rumble. Why is this on the video, you fool? Well, I think that WWE is going to announce that Sami Zayn, Apollo Crews, and Big E will wrestle in a triple threat match this Sunday because of the way the singles match ended last week. I'm going to go ahead and include this just in case it happens. If the match doesn't happen, then this really doesn't apply to the challenge whatsoever. But in the case it does get announced later on tonight on SmackDown, I want to say that Apollo Crews is going to become the new Intercontinental Champion. I have a feeling that Paul Heyman will also be in Apollo's corner, giving him some feedback, and that's when Crews will win the title and then officially join Roman's faction. And honestly, hopefully that does happen. That's kind of a fantasy booking, but also something I could very well see. It is time to get to the Royal Rumble matches, and we're going to start it off with the Women's Royal Rumble. There are 3 possible outcomes for this night. The first one is that Bianca Belair wins it, setting up a match with Sasha Banks and eventually winning the SmackDown Women's title. Right now, that is what everyone thinks is going to happen, and logically, it should. The second option is Becky Lynch making her return into the squared circle and then winning the Rumble, later wrestling Asuka for the title that she technically never lost. That's also a very possible outcome and would get people hyped and excited for WrestleMania 37. And the last possibility is the return of Ronda Rousey, who wins the entire thing and then beats Asuka at Mania, because I don't think we saw Asuka versus Ronda Rousey yet. That could be a great match that you could have at WrestleMania. And there are even a ton of rumors about Ronda making a return, and this is the last year in her contract, so if she were to make a return ever again, this would be the right moment and the only time for it to happen. Even with all those reports and everything else, I'm still going to go with Bianca Belair winning it all. I want to play it safe just because I'm not sure if Becky or Ronda will even show up. Bianca is clearly getting that push right now, and Sasha also needs a credible opponent for WrestleMania, so I think the pair are a perfect match. And for the Men's Royal Rumble, there are a ton of possibilities, honestly. Drew McIntyre could lose his title in the beginning of the night and then win the Rumble and challenge Roman Reigns. Or Daniel Bryan, who is the heavy favorite right now, could win it all. John Cena might return and win. Shinsuke Nakamura has a chance with his recent babyface turn. Cesaro has been getting a push as of late and might win it as well. Edge winning it would be awesome and seems kind of likely to happen. The Fiend can return from the dead and main event WrestleMania by winning this match. Even though this seems like an unpredictable Rumble, there are 2 specific endings that I could see. The first one is Brock Lesnar making a return to win and then challenge Roman Reigns. Or the second option is Goldberg losing his match against Drew McIntyre only to enter the Rumble and then have a match with Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. I'm going to go with Goldberg just because that seems like a disaster ending, which goes hand in hand with the recent reports saying that the ending is going to scare the heck out of everyone. Those are all my predictions that I am locking in. It is official. If I am right about all those matches, I will choose 5 people and give away $200 to each of them. This should be a fun Royal Rumble weekend. And that is it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Pllana, and I'll see you all on the next video.
And I got this soul.